Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 11 of the chapter Basic Geometrical Ideas. In this part 11, we will continue our learning about a triangle and solve questions based on the triangle, that is exercise 4.4. And after the solving exercise 4.4, we'll go for a new concept called quadrilaterals and further solving exercise questions based on the quadrilaterals. Coming to the exercise 4.4, which is based on the concept triangles. Draw a rough sketch of a triangle ABC. Mark a point P on its interior and a point Q in its exterior. Is the point A in its exterior or in its interior? Now let us go for constructing triangle ABC. Now if I draw AB side, then BC side, then CS side, I will have here A, B, C. These are the three vertices joining formed a triangle ABC. We drew a rough sketch. Now can we go for pointing a point P in its interior? What do you mean by interior of the triangle? Interior of a triangle, you know, here inside portion of a triangle is called interior. Here there is a point. If I consider anywhere in the interior, in the inside of triangle ABC, and name it as P, it is an interior point. And exterior, outside of this triangle ABC, you can consider anywhere a point and name it as a point Q. So this point Q is an exterior point of the triangle ABC, and the point P is an interior point of this triangle ABC. Now the second question followed by this. Here is the point A, that is this point, exterior or an interior? If I want to say exterior, it should lie outside, but it is on the triangle. It is neither exterior nor exterior or interior. So the point A is neither in exterior or nor in interior. It is on the triangle ABC. So it's a point which is part of the triangle ABC. Now moving on to the question number 2. Question number 2 has got sub questions. In fact, there are 4 sub questions in which I am showing you only first 2. So sub question A. Here identify 3 triangles in the figure. What is this figure? This figure is some shape having triangles, right? It has got a triangle A, B, C, and further from A there is a one line segment drawn where D is a point. Okay, where is D is a point on the side BC where A and D are joined. Now, identify three triangles. Are there three triangles here? Let us see. First, which is the triangles. Triangle ABC is a bigger one. I am taking it first. And then by drawing AD, I got this bigger triangle divided into two pieces. First piece is this portion. So triangle ABD is one portion, this one. Another, we have this side portion where triangle ADC is third triangle. So these are the three triangles formed. Now coming to the sub question B, write the names of 7 angles. There are 7 angles. Which are the 7 angles? Let us go for identifying them. Here, which are the 7 angles? Let us see. Coming to the first, here is one angle. So angle ABC. I can call it as angle ABC with the 3-letter notation, or if it is a simple angle having one and only one there at the vertex B, so we can write with 1-letter notation also as angle B. Then in that, let me write as a sub questions instead of B. I will write it as sub question. Next, B, second angle. Here is one angle at C. So I can say angle ACD or ACB. So this is the one angle, second one I am taking. So since it has got one and only one angle at vertex C, so it's a simple angle. I can call it as with the angle C 1-letter notation also. Coming down to the third one. Observe at A, I am not having one angle, I have more than one. It's not a simple angle. So I must use 3-letter notation. So first I say angle BAC, that's a bigger one. So I must use only 3-letter notation to avoid the confusion. Fourth one, I am taking the subparts of it. At angle, at vertex A only I have one more angle, which I can call it as angle BAD. It is angle BAD. And fifth one, I have, let me go for taking a different color. I am taking here this angle. Between AD and AC, I have one angle. So at vertex A only, that is also getting formed. It is called as angle CAD. Angle CAD. Now, what are the other two angles? As he says 7, I got 5. What are the other two angles? Sixth one. At the point D, I am having two angles getting formed. One is this, the other is between AD and DC. One between AD and BD, I am showing it as angle ADB, angle ADB, and seventh one is angle formed between AD and DC. So I'll use a different color, better to use now green I'm using. Here is the angle. So angle ADC is the 7th angle. I hope you understood all the 7 angles and 3 triangles formed in this given figure. Now moving on to the sub question C and D on the same second question. Here write the names of 6 line segments in this triangle ABC. There are 6 line segments. First AB, second a big one BC, third that BC divided into 2 parts, one BD and another is DC. BD and DC. Then I have AD here, that becomes a 5th part, and 6th part is AC. So there are total 6 line segments in this given figure. So coming to the sub question D, which two triangles have angle B as common? Here is angle B. Angle B is contained by the triangle ABC also. So triangle ABC. Another, you wrote in the previous sub question A, identify 3 triangles. In that, triangle ABC has got a letter B and triangle ABD has got a letter B. So only these 2 triangles can be the triangles, right? So we will write that triangle ABC and triangle ABD have angle B as common. So that's how we solve this question. So with this, children, exercise 4.4 gets over. Let's go for a new concept called quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals. See, this word means 4. Quadra. Laterals. The word lateral means sides. These 2 words are Greek words. So this quadrilateral is a combination of 2 Greek words, quadra, which means 4, laterals, nothing but are sides, gones. So it's a quadrilateral is a simple 4-sided closed figure like this. A quadrilateral is a 4-sided simple figure which is part of a polygon. A polygon having only 4 sides is called as a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral will have 4 sides. Here you could see AB, BC, CD and DA. And quadrilateral will have 4 angles, where you can see angle A here, angle B here, angle C and angle D. Generally will show with different notation here as angle A, B, angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. To mark the difference, I have taken while marking differently. And there are 2 diagonals. What do you mean by 2 diagonals? Can I draw 2 diagonals? What are diagonals? You have already learned in our previous classes meaning of a diagonal. A line segment joining 2 non-adjacent vertices. Here vertex A is non-adjacent with C, not being beside of A. So you have got, when I join A and C, that line segment is called a diagonal. So AC is a diagonal. Similarly, if I draw BD, which are non-adjacent to each other, I'll get second diagonal. So there are two diagonals in a quadrilateral. As in the case of triangle, even in quadrilateral also, you can identify interior portion where I have shaded in this quadrilateral, that is interior portion inside of the quadrilateral, and there is exterior portion also where outside of this quadrilateral, because it's a closed figure, outside you can identify other than inside. The boundary separates, this boundary of quadrilateral separates the entire plane into two parts. First, that is inside portion, which is called interior, and outside portion, which is called exterior. So even in quadrilateral also we have got interior and exterior part. And what is the third one? The third one is the boundary itself. This quadrilateral boundary, you could observe, actually the meaning of the word quadrilateral is only that boundary. It doesn't include that interior portion at all as such. Normally children will get a paper piece, or this is a rectangular paper piece. In fact, they are not holding a rectangular paper piece, they are holding a rectangular lamina, which is the rectangle, which is boundary, along with its interior portion. They are holding it. To be frankly speaking, rectangle cannot be caught, quadrilateral cannot be caught, because they are two-dimensional. They are just drawn on plane, cannot be caught at all. If you are catching up something, they are three-dimensional objects. So even in quadrilateral also, the only boundary is called quadrilateral, and that is third part. Children, in finally summarize, I can summarize it as quadrilateral divides plane into three parts. 1. Interior part, 2. Exterior part, and 3rd, the boundary or the quadrilateral itself. Then moving on to the another point, we generally write this way. So to represent quadrilateral ABCD, I'll write 1, a four-sided small sketch, and followed by ABCD in the same letter order. We should follow the letter order. We should not change the letter order of the vertices. So if I want to write quadrilateral ABCD, instead of writing entire word quadrilateral, I use this symbol. Okay. So we write quadrilateral ABCD instead of writing this entire the word quadrilateral. Then moving on to the another important note here, in quadrilateral ABCD, as I said, the cyclic manner in which the vertices appear are to be named. We must write in the same cyclic order how the letters are appearing. That is very essential. Okay. Then here I have a quadrilateral, a rough sketch I am constructing. I drew a one line segment, and to the end point of it I attached another line segment I drew, and I got by drawing 4 line segments here, let's say quadrilateral A, B, C, D is drawn. So quadrilateral only just this closed figure formed by 4 line segments having their endpoints joining one after the other cyclically. You could see that it's such simple 4-sided polygon. Now can we name the sides of it? What are the name of the sides in this quadrilateral that we have drawn? First we drew a line segment AB. Next we drew a line segment BC. Then CD. At last we drew a line segment DA. So they are the sides of a quadrilateral. And you know angles are angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D, right? So angle to show differently, I'm naming or marking in a different way. Then moving on to the further, here I have this quadrilateral is a, here first one given is a quadrilateral PQRS in a cyclic order. Next one, is this second figure a quadrilateral PQRS? Q means supposed to be beside of P, there must be Q as they have given. It's wrong, no? It is PSQR. Rather, it is quadrilateral PSQR, not PQRS. So we say no. Okay. So cyclic order of the vertices of a quadrilateral to be compulsory noted. Then moving on to the, in this quadrilateral ABCD, how many a pair of adjacent sides are there? What are adjacent sides? Let us learn. The meaning of word adjacent means one beside the other. Here side AB, if you draw, and to that beside I can see two sides. To the side AB I have, to the one side, to the right side, let me say there is a side BC. So AB and BC I can call it as a pair of adjacent sides. This is one pair. Similarly, do I have another side being adjacent to AB? Yes. Here is the side DA which is adjacent to AB. The other pair of adjacent side to AB is, are formed by the AB will be AB and AD. So similarly, how many pair of adjacent sides that I can identify? One, I found it as AB and BC. Second, I found it as AB and AD. Do I have any more? Yes. Here similarly I can identify with the CD. For CD, DA is adjacent. For CD, BC is adjacent. So CD and CB is third pair. Fourth pair, CD and DA is fourth pair. Do we have more than this? 4? Any other? Can you name it? Suppose if I say BC and CD, BC and CD has already come. Suppose if you want to say AD and DC, AD and DC is already come. So there are only 4 pairs of adjacent sides in a quadrilateral. Then moving on to the AB and DC. Which are the AB and DC? AB and DC. This. They are not adjacent. What are they then? They are opposite sides. So in a quadrilateral, I will have a pair of opposite sides. One pair is AB and DC. Do we have any another pair? Yes, here is the second pair. So I have 2 pairs of opposite sides, that is AD and BC, AB and DC. So in a summary I can say, in a quadrilateral we have 4 pairs of adjacent sides and 2 pairs of opposite sides. Then moving on to the another concept, in a quadrilateral we will have pair of adjacent angles and opposite angles. First let us know about opposite angles. Here for angle A, angle C is opposite. For angle B, angle D is opposite. So I have two pairs of opposite angles. Angle A and angle C is one pair, angle D and angle B is second pair. Then how many pairs of adjacent angles we have? Let us come for that. See, for angle A, besides you could see angle B. So angle A and angle B is one pair of adjacent angles. Can I write any more pair of adjacent angles in this quadrilateral? For angle A, do I have any other angle as adjacent other than angle B? Yes, this side, left side, you could see angle D now. So angle A and angle D is second pair of adjacent angles. And what about angle D and angle C? And angle C and angle B. So totally we have got 4 pairs of adjacent angles. So in a quadrilateral I have 2 pairs of opposite angles and 4 pairs of adjacent angles. Then we will go for writing elements of a quadrilateral. Children, elements of a quadrilateral. This quadrilateral ABCD, which I am drawing a rough sketch of it. In this quadrilateral ABCD, I have 4 sides, that is AB, BC, CD and DA. These 4 sides, and I have 4 angles, angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. Then I have 2 diagonals, that is diagonal AC and diagonal BC. So put together 4 sides, 4 angles and 2 diagonals. These are called 10 elements. 10 elements of a quadrilateral. Okay. So what are the 10 elements of a quadrilateral? 4 sides, 4 angles and 2 diagonals are called 10 elements of a quadrilateral. Now let us move on to the exercise 4.5 based on the concept quadrilateral. Here in the exercise 4.5, we are asked in the first question, draw a rough sketch of a quadrilateral PQRS, draw its diagonals, name them. Is the meeting point of diagonals is interior or exterior of the quadrilateral? This is the question. Generally we draw a quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, I have drawn P, Q, R, S and drew a one diagonal. PR is one diagonal. So diagonal, okay, diagonals PR, and if I draw another diagonal, that is SQ, you can see that they are intersecting at a point, right? Here is a point. Where it is? That point is inside or outside of this quadrilateral PQRS? It is interior. So diagonals PR and SQ are intersecting, let's say at point M, okay, are intersecting at a point M, which is in the interior, part of the quadrilateral PQRS. Generally we see like this, correct? Children, I am going to show you another quadrilateral PQRS which can be constructed, but you will be watching this or you will be learning this in later stage in higher classes. But to give you an idea, I'm trying to draw that figure also and show you. Okay, after you noting down, I'll just wipe off this and go for constructing another one. Here I have taken one quadrilateral PQRS in a different way. Now what is the difference between this quadrilateral PQRS and the other one which I have drawn? Children, remember this, in first figure, each of the angle in that quadrilateral PQRS is either acute or obtuse angle. That means which is less than 180 degrees, more than 90, or less than 90, more than 0. Nowhere you could see an angle more than 180 degrees as in this case. Here angle is more than 180 degrees, which we call it as a reflex angle. Here if I name this as PQRS, we have got a in one of the angle of this quadrilateral being more than 180 degrees, which is reflex angle. Such time I'll get this sort of a quadrilateral. This is also a quadrilateral. Okay, you will come to know name of this and this sort of figures and all in higher classes. Okay, but if I draw here in this sort of a quadrilateral diagonals, that is diagonal PR I drew and diagonal SQ and extended it, then it is intersecting not in the interior, it is intersecting at a point where outside of the quadrilateral PQRS, right? So this is also one possibility is there. Okay, now moving on to the question number 2. In question number 2 I have two subparts. Draw a rough sketch of a quadrilateral KLMN. Let's say I have drawn KLMN. Now here after drawing KLMN, two pairs of opposite sides we have to write. Which are the two pairs of opposite sides? To the KL, which is opposite side? NM. So KL and NM is one pair. Which is the another pair? To LM, there is NK being opposite. So LM and KN is opposite. So we have got two pairs of opposite sides. Here these are the two pairs and KL and NM is on the first pair. Now two pairs of opposite angles. Here for angle K, opposite you could see angle M. Angle K and angle M is one pair of opposite angles, and second pair of opposite angles will be angle L and angle N. angle L and angle N. So this is the second pair of opposite angles. Then moving on to the sub question C and D. Here in the same quadrilateral KLMN, we have two pairs of adjacent sides. Though there are four pairs of adjacent sides, we are asked to write only two pairs. You can write KLLM and LM and MN. LM and MN. If you want, you can write the other two pair of adjacent sides also, that is MN and NK and NK and KL. Then in the subpart D, we are asked to write two pairs of adjacent angles. Here, though we have got four pair of adjacent angles, we are asked only two. Angle K here and angle L is a one pair of adjacent angles. Second, angle L and angle M is another pair of adjacent angle, and if you wish, you can write two other also, that is angle M and angle N. Angle M and angle N is third pair of adjacent angles. Angle N and angle K is last pair, that is fourth pair of adjacent angles. Children, we have got third question in exercise 4.5, which I am giving you as a homework for you. The question is, investigate. Use strips and fasteners to make a triangle and a quadrilateral. Try to push inward, means inside, at any one vertex of the triangle. Do the same to the quadrilateral. Is the triangle distorted? Is the quadrilateral distorted? Is the triangle rigid? If so, why? Why is it that structures like electric towers make use of triangular shapes only, not the quadrilaterals? This investigation you need to be done, and I am giving you all one assignment as a project work or assignment. You making a video of 3 minutes only, you explaining me about your investigation with the help of the strip and fasteners made to form a triangle and made to form a quadrilateral. Children, very simple. What do you mean by strips and fasteners? If you get confused, let me give you one idea also. Use 3 either straws or pencils, new pencils, and use some rubber bands. Let's say the pencil 1 and pencil 2 I have attached with the help of rubber band, and pencil 3 and pencil 2, pencil 1 similarly attached with rubber bands. So this becomes a triangle formed with the help of strips and fasteners. And if you push them, you can identify the rigidness or distortion took place in that shape formed. So you can infer some idea out of it. Similarly, make using 4 pencils or 4 straws the quadrilateral, and check whether by pushing inwards will distort that quadrilateral shape or will it give the rigidness or not. So with the help of these 2 things, you can make a AV, audio visual aid, of maximum 3 minutes. You can keep 2 to 3 minutes that video and explaining your investigation about this. This is going to be evaluated and I will award marks for this project work which you are going to do it. After making the video, you need to project or send that AV in the form of email to the mail ID ssbj maths 6th B at gmail.com. I think this is the mail ID which you normally send for your marks or your assignments in personal email of maths teachers. So wishing you all good luck. Take care of yourself. I'll wind up today's class with this. Jai Hind. Thank you.